Let us first pay homage to our lineage gurus,
了明和
homage to Venerable Monk Liao Ming,
敬礼萨迦正空，
homage to Master Sakya Cheng Kong,
敬礼16世大宝，
homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa,
敬礼图登达尔吉上师，
homage to Master Tupten
我
Darji,
们敬礼坛城三宝，
homage to the three jewels
敬
of the
礼
shrine,
今天修法的本尊，
homage to the main deity of today's Dharma ceremony,
帮
Namo
界阿弥陀佛，
Amitabha Tathagata of the Western Paradise,
师母，但
师母
错图登悉地，
Tenzin Gyatso Rinpoche,
上师、
all masters, senior reverends,
法师、
reverends,
讲师
Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants,
以及各位
chapter chairpersons,
还有网
and
络
all
上
disciples, and all viewers over the internet.
午安，大家好。
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, everyone.
你好，大家好。
Grandmaster greets in Taiwanese dialect, and Vietnamese,
对了，
and Japanese,
香港的。Hola, amigo.
Spanish,
Te quiero mucho. すごい。一番。気持ちいい。救命。やび。プリンプリン。こんにちは。然后我们刚刚已经做了
so just now,
千烧法船的超度，
we carried out the deliverance of the 1,000 Dharma vessels.
那今天呢，最主要是
And today,
超度
the main focus
报
is
名的幽冥，
to deliver all
让他
the
能够往生到
bardo spirits who registered so that they can ascend to the Pure Land.
今
of the
天
Buddhas
的超度呢，
Today's bardo deliverance
非常有力量的，
was very powerful,
而且是有成就的。
and it also has accomplishment.
那有很多人都可以看得到的，
There are also many people who can see
真的祖先
their own ancestors
被接引到
being delivered to the Pure Land of the Buddhas.
每一次的中元节呀、
Every time during Ulambana,
普渡
during the 7th lunar month of universal deliverance,
年初的时候，我大部分
at the beginning of the year,
祈福，
we would usually do
到了7月的时候啊，
praying for blessings,
7月的时候
but when we
做超度，
around the time of the lunar 7th month, we would do deliverance, bardo deliverance.
这个超度
And the bardo deliverance this time was very perfect.
同时也谢谢
And also,
多的
we would like to thank
他
a
们
lot of devotees
新的力量
who really
啊，
put in their heart
大众的力量，
in combining the effort, the energy of all
所以讲
everyone.
这个
The power is limitless.
一个人的力，
So it can be said that this bardo deliverance is not my own effort.
所有的上师
It's
的力量，
the effort of all the masters,
所有法师的力量，
all the reverends,
所有同门的力量，
all disciples,
一起同心，
together with one heart
有这个有民众，
to help the bardo
大
beings.
家合起来的力量，
The combined
力量
power
进的，
becomes infinite.
把所有的
and is able to
接引到佛。
deliver them to the Buddha's Pure Land.
当然了，还有这个阿弥陀佛的力量。
Of course, there is also the power of Amitabha Buddha, Avalokitesvara, Mahastama Prapta,
所有
and all
的佛菩萨的
Buddha's
力量，
Bodhisattvas retinue, their assembly, their attendants,
才能够做得到。
combine together, and that which makes it possible.
我们今天的传法，
Our Dharma transmission today
圣观音
is to transmit the Dharma of Arya Avalokitesvara,
的天下第一富豪法。
the number one wealthiest person Dharma.
这个自从我自己本身学佛以来，
From the time I started learning Buddhism,
开始学佛开始，一直到现在，
from then until
26岁开始，
from 26 year old until now, 79.
多年
All these years, so many years,
我还没有听说过有人
I
传
have not yet heard of
天下第一富，
someone who transmitted the Dharma of the number one wealthiest person.
奇怪了，圣观音
Strangely, it's so strange that Arya Avalokitesvara has this Dharma. How come nobody's transmitting it?
我没有听说过有人传了，
I've never heard of somebody else teaching, but maybe there is.
但是那个我自己本身没有听说过。
But I myself have not heard of it.
你们有听说
Have you heard
第
of
一富豪法吗？
the Dharma practice of the number one wealthiest person?
有没有人得过这样子的圣观音天下第一
Has anyone received
灌顶？
the empowerment for Arya Avalokitesvara's number one wealthiest
活中首
person? That is groundbreaking of true Buddha school.
是不共法，不共法。
It's an uncommon practice.
就是说，
An uncommon practice is
不一样的，
something that is totally different from others,
就叫做不共。
and that makes it uncommon. It's not commonly shared.
本来我们学佛啊，
Originally,
都知道，
like when we learn Buddhism,
般显
everyone knows in exoteric Buddhism, Sutrayana Buddhism,
定会
use precepts, meditative stability, and wisdom to extinguish greed, wrath, and ignorance.
界定
Use
熄灭贪嗔，
precepts, meditative stability, and wisdom to extinguish wrath,
那密教不一
greed,
样
wrath, and ignorance.
像维摩诘
It's different in Tantric Buddhism.
嗔知
Vimalakirti Sutra teaches us that actually greed, craving, or
维
greed,
摩诘经里面
wrath, and ignorance can also be Buddha Dhamma.
我现在问大家，
Let me now ask everyone:
你们这里
Is anyone here
哪一个人是不贪的？
who is not greedy, has no cravings?
哪一个人是
Is there anyone
贪的？
who is totally not greedy
不贪，
and doesn't crave anything?
不贪的请举手。
If there is such a person, please raise your hand.
还是没有人举手。
No one's raising their hands.
贪其实有3种，
There are actually 3 kinds of greed.
一个是贪财，
Greed or craving for wealth,
一个是贪色
greed or craving for sensual pleasures,
名。
and greed or craving for reputation or fame.
密教有所谓的贪
In Tantric
修，
Buddhism,
从贪里面修。
it's possible to carry out spiritual cultivation through greed or craving. When a person is in the world,
贪财
human being
是
would
贪色，
crave wealth,
也是
sensual pleasures, or fame or reputation.
密教有所谓贪道修，
So in
由贪
esoteric Buddhism, there is Tan Dao Xiu, which is using
有人讲
greed as a means to cultivate spiritually.
天下第一富豪，我也不想得。
So if there are people who say they're not greedy or they crave nothing, then they also don't wish to receive the Dharma transmission of the number one wealthiest person. There are such people,
这种人叫做白痴，
but such people are called fools.
这种人就叫做白痴吗？
Or
是天下哪有不贪的？
how can there be somebody who in this world who doesn't crave anything?
不贪呢？
There are people who say they don't crave anything, they only want to become Buddhas. Let me tell you,
你想成佛啊，也是
when you say you want to become a Buddha, that's also a craving. That's also greed.
成佛算了，
Okay,
是吧？
then let's not become a Buddha, let's become a Bodhisattva. Everything for sentient beings.
也是贪呐、
When you say that, actually, everything for sentient beings is also a craving. It's also a greed.
那不为众生算了。
Okay, then let's not do it for sentient beings. Let's become arhats.
成阿罗汉
Well, becoming an arhat is also a craving.
就算你想成，
Even if you want to go to heavens,
我到天
I
堂，
don't want to go to hell, I want to go to heavens. That's also a craving.
为什么你不下地
Why
狱呢？
don't you go down to
下地狱，
the netherworld, the
下
hells?
地狱不好，
Because it's not good, so you don't want
到天堂，
to go
到天堂，
down.
你这一种想法，
But when you want to go to the heavens,
天堂
then
怎么样？
that's also a kind of craving.
你是
What are you craving? You are craving pleasure. You are craving freedom from suffering.
也是贪，
That's also a kind of craving.
有天下之
So
人不贪，
there's only one kind of person who doesn't crave anything, and that's a fool.
白痴怎么样？空啊，
What happens
空掉了。
for a fool? Basically, emptiness.
谈话这个空啊，
Karamasa speaks in Taiwanese dialect,
空 空掉了，
sort of like a pun for
白痴差不多。
somebody who's like muddle-headed, or
哎，精神医院里面关的都是空，
so there are
都是
a lot of such people locked up in mental asylums.
好啦。
Okay,
观世音菩萨
so
慈悲众生，
today
观音慈悲，
Arya Avalokitesvara
还有第一佛好法，
has a lot of compassion for sentient beings.
将来你可以
And so I'll speak about the main points today, and in the future, you can transform it into like a procedure, a ritual, a liturgy, or sadhana.
重点在他的手印，
The main point is the mudra.
圣观音的手印
The mudra of Arya Avalokitesvara is forming number 1.
他的手印是这样子的，
It signifies number 1.
两
This is the mudra. 2 hands inwardly clasping
是
and leaving just
这个
the right
手的
thumb.
食指独是一只，
That's the only finger that's standing.
就是圣观音的手印
This is the mudra of Arya Avalokitesvara.
啊，圣观音的手印，这个就是天下第一
And
富豪。
This is the number 1 wealthiest person in the world. This thumb of the right hand
植树指着天呐，
standing up, pointing at the heavens.
比这个手印，
When you form this mudra,
所有天下的财神
all the
听令，
wealth deities will listen to your command when you form this mudra.
你看圣观音的手印就是
Look at Arya Avalokitesvara's mudra. It means number 1 in the world.
啊，大家懂得这个手印了，
Now everyone knows this mudra,
的手印，
the mudra of number 1 in the world.
观世音菩萨慈悲，
Avalokitesvara has compassion for the beings of the six realms,
他随顺众生，
and going with the flow of affinity with the sentient beings, they are craving for fame, reputation.
密教里面
In
看
esoteric Buddhism, if you crave fame or reputation,
有咕噜咕噜法，
there is the Gurukula
哎，
magnetization practice, which allows one to
咕噜
gain great fame.
跟这个
Gurukula and Raga Raja.
癌刃啊，癌刃，癌刃，
Aizen, that's the Japanese name of the Raga Raja.
到大呢，
Through these two practices, one can gain great fame. If you have a craving for sensual pleasures in esoteric Buddhism,
设法，中国啊，5000年文化，
in China's 5,000 years of history,
道教
even Taoism
也有
also has
贪色的法，
a practice
有贪色的法，
that that relates to the craving for sensual pleasures.
以后
After the Zhou dynasty, during Qin dynasty and Han dynasty,
重视啊，在
there was a
少
focus or emphasis on
故
less
气，
cravings, less desires to
老子的学说
keep
是少
your
忘
Jing and Qi.
不精气
So that's like your essence
的修行，
and your breath.
在
This kind of method of cultivation was prevalent during the Qin dynasty,
南北朝，
and then when it reached the Wei
南北朝
Qin
是叫你
dynasty,
多中义，
it taught 多中医.
多中义，止精华，
多中医
多
止精华,
跟止精华，跟这个秦汉时代不太一样，
which is different from the Qin and Han dynasty,
少欲望，
which emphasized little desires
那是老
and
子学说，
keeping
老子
one's essence
老
and
子老子
qi. That's like the teachings of
朝
Lao Tzu.
的时代
But during the time of Wei and Qin dynasties,
方术
a lot of
叫方
methods,
术
a lot of Taoist
多
methods,
中义，但是呢，止精华不流出，只流气不流出，这是属于色啊，属于色。到了这个
like only qi remains,
明清
and there's no leakage.
这几个朝代，因为重视礼教，就王阳明的礼教是吧？王阳明的礼教
Then there was Wang Yang Ming,
尊天绝人欲
and then there was another method,
啊，完全把这个人的欲望把它去除。
totally annihilating humans' desires.
但是有两
But
个时代，
during those two times,
第一个时
there
代
are two,
秦汉时代，
during the Qin and Han dynasty,
老子的学说，
that was like the Lao Tzu
欲望
kind of thinking. The less
气度的
desires you have, the better. So you can guard or keep your essence and your qi,
生，
and this would
我们
this would aid
看到
longevity.
乐活，长生乐活，就长养生啊。
This would enable
其实
longevity and good health.
知道，就是少欲望，固精气。
Having less desires, guard essence and
北朝
qi, jing and qi.
主张
So then,
要多
at a later time, there were a lot more methods,
不漏精气，
non-leakage of essence and qi, which is
这个就是属于裁阶之术。
sort of related to like
什么是
Tibetan esoteric Buddhism.
植物很重视接枝法，
What is this 接枝法? Right now in
凤梨
botany, there is a lot of they use these
结出来的释迦里面有凤梨的味道。
integration of like you have a guava
西瓜接
and a watermelon,
芭乐就跟西瓜那么大，
put them together and you have a guava that's as big as a melon, as a watermelon.
这个就是接枝法，
This is 接枝
接起来
method.
加强，
Put them together.
把它膨胀。 将来啊，研究一种方
And they get stronger, and in the future maybe
式的米，
there's a way to
当人吃米，
find this method.
吃面，
What Eastern people in the East eat rice, people in the West
跟米
eat
粒跟西瓜
noodles.
接起来，
So you have grain and watermelon, put it together and you have a grain of rice as big as a watermelon.
一个西瓜那么大，
A grain of rice that is as big as a watermelon,
永远大家都
then forever you only need to eat one grain of rice and you'd be totally full. You'd be very full.
这个叫做裁接术，
This is called 裁切
跟上
method.
帝啊
And this 裁切 method
有点像。
is a little similar to the consort practice in Tibetan esoteric
那么
Buddhism.
这个就是属于贪道修
So this is
哦，
this falls on the category of Tan Dao Shou, which is
贪财修，
so what we're talking about today is
色修
craving for wealth
藏密的
practice,
所谓
spiritual cultivation through
贪民修，
the craving of wealth.
不是这类佛母。
So when you practice through the craving of fame, then there is Kurukula practice, and there's Ragaraja Dharma.
那么有双生法，
So there is a consort practice. This falls under
就没有
like
色法，但是事实上，
practices
在中国的道
pertaining to sensual pleasures.
生就有财气，
So actually in Taoism, they also have a similar practice. When two become one,
有力量。
then it becomes very powerful.
藏密也是一样哦，
In Tibetan Buddhism, it's also the same. When two merge into one,
变成有 power，
then there is a lot of power.
可以看到光，
You can see
可
light.
以看到本尊，
You can see your idam
可以
deity.
跟本尊相
You
应。
can attain spiritual response with your idam deity. You can become accomplished. You can transform into light.
全身的气
And all the qi and channels in your body
不通畅，
will become smooth flowing,
得到
emit light, and you attain great bliss, infinite, boundless bliss,
光明无穷尽，
infinite light.
再来佛性无穷尽，
Your Buddha nature is infinite, merges
成就，这是
into the universe.
的
This is
所谓
accomplishment. So this
双生。
is what is known as the consort practice.
跟大家说，
This
现在只是
can be
跟大家介绍，因为今天
I'm
是圣观
we can talk more about this next time, but today we are focusing on Arya Avalokitesvara's craving for wealth practice.
啊，师尊讲说不贪，
So Grandmaster says,
为什么不贪？
no craving.
因为我拿
Why
给卢生燕故事基金会啊，
why do I say I have no craving? Because when I receive, I will give it to Sheng Lu Foundation. I do not use it for selfish purposes. I never buy anything.
除了汽车加
Apart from topping up my gas tank, my petrol tank, I never buy anything.
我都没有买，
I've never bought a single thing. I never spend any money. I don't waste anything.
将来呢，全
In the
部
future, everything will be given away,
啊，包括自己身上
including all the things
布施出去。
in my body, they'll be given away.
那师尊是不是天下第一富豪？
So is Grandmaster the number one wealthiest person? It can also be said,
讲实在话了，
frankly speaking,
车子呢，
the car that you drive,
刚好这个劳斯莱斯坏掉，
it just so happened that my Rolls Royce broke down these past few days, so I sent it to the mechanic.
劳斯莱斯
Otherwise, I would be driving the the premium Rolls Royce
那个马
and a premium Maserati,
你的玛莎拉蒂跑车，
a sports car.
我身上挂的东西也都是顶级
The
的，
things I wear adorned
都是弟子送的。
that I'm adorned with are also premium. They have been offered by disciples.
玛莎拉蒂
My two cars, Rolls Royce and Maserati, were both offered by Dharma Sister Hanifa. I've mentioned this so many times.
要以为说哇，师尊呢？
So whenever disciples see
我不是
Grandmaster driving these cars, and you think that it's Grandmaster so extravagant, or
告诉你，
well, that's not the case. Those are actually from disciples.
全部都是红币，
So what I'm wearing, it's all rubies,
多少钱
哦
？100万美金。
100万,
这样快
like 1 million,
很少见的。
1 million USD, the cost.
我身上挂的是100万美金呢。
I'm wearing 1 million
讲
USD.
了以后，我必须要把它收起来。
After I disclose this, then I need to lock it up, otherwise it might be stolen.
其他的不要讲了。
Let's not talk about anything else.
这个表啊，
This watch that I'm wearing,
这是3P 的表，
it's
这 AP
3P. There is
偏
an
瑞、伯爵，
AP.
一个是帕蒂比蒂，这是3P。
So there are
3
3
表
very famous branded watches. So this is one of them.
包括我这个名人，
Including my famous persona, this person.
开好车，
I drive a luxury car. I eat very good food,
啊，什么都好，
and I have
一切都好。
and everything is
那
good.
是天下富豪是什么？
So if I'm not a number one wealthiest person, then
一个求
then
道
who?
和尚在这里跟你讲天下富豪华，
If I'm a very poor monk and I'm sitting here on the Dharma throne telling you about the number one wealthiest person practice, will you believe it? Of course not. Only a pig would believe it.
人家讲说你是猪，
Somebody, as a joke, somebody said, "You are a pig," and then the person replies,
猪才怪。
"
一天呢，
才怪,"
忍不住了，出来讲
which
话，
means, of course not, or something like
跟
that.
大家讲。 第一句话在讲，我绝对不是猪才怪。
So somebody will retort, "I'm definitely not
我绝对不是猪才怪。
猪才怪." Okay, this joke is a little hard.
这是一个笑话。
This is a joke.
师尊本身呐、不是人，
Grandmaster is not the number one wealthiest person in the human world.
我得的是天上的第一富豪。
I am the number one wealthiest person in the heavenly realm.
你修圣观
When you practice the Arya Avalokitesvara Dharma,
华法，
the number one wealthiest person practice, there are two main significant points. The first,
得到天上的第一，
you would receive,
你成佛，
you become a Buddha,
成为菩萨，
a Bodhisattva.
只是
This is the number one wealthiest
你可以
person in the heaven. And when you practice this Dharma,
占的人生当中，
and then in the human realm, in the short, fleeting lifespan of human, you would become the number one wealthiest person in the human realm.
今天没有来的，
Those who are not here today,
有报名主起的不算。
with the exception of those who registered as mains applicants and were not able to come because the air tickets were too expensive and accommodations too expensive or food is too expensive.
你只要报名
As long as you registered
主起
as a mains applicant,
都有份。
you will be blessed.
报名主起，报名参加，你也能。
And if you registered and you're here in attendance, you would also become the number one wealthiest person.
凭什么你当天下第一富豪？
On what basis can you become the number one wealthiest person?
真正的菩提心啊，这是
Because you attain the true Bodhi heart of Arya Avalokitesvara. When you attain spiritual response with Arya Avalokitesvara, you will naturally become the number one wealthiest person in the celestial realm as well as the human realm. And
这是圣观音
you will be able to attain both. This is Arya Avalokitesvara's compassion. Compassion to enable beings to cultivate through craving for wealth.
他的手印比的
The mudra,
就是这一个
this is the mudra, the number one wealthiest person mudra.
印，就可以命令天
This
下
mudra is able to command the wealth deities to all come and help you.
就是圣观音的手印。
This is the mudra of Arya Avalokitesvara.
没有来的，没有灌顶，
Those who did not come and did not receive the empowerment in person, as long as they
灌顶的时候，
registered as a mains applicant, as long as you visualize yourself receiving the empowerment, then it is equivalent to your having received the empowerment. If you are watching over the internet, visualize yourself
得到圣观音的法流的灌顶。
attaining the Dharma,
等一下灌
the
顶的时候
empowerment
有些
of
网络上他看到
later. Some people will be watching over the internet. Visualize yourself entering, walking underneath the empowerment banners, and the Dharma
他就得
would stream empowering oneself. Then this person would also receive the empowerment.
佛法无所不在，
So Buddha Dharma is omnipresent.
佛无所不在，
Buddha is omnipresent.
观音无所。
Arya Avalokitesvara is omnipresent.
那么要得到这个财呢，有几样特别。
To receive this wealth, first is the mudra.
他的手印，
The mudra.
这就是大拇指天下第一。
The thumb signifies number one person in the world, number one in the world.
不一样啊，这
This is very uncommon,
其实也是真正的圣观音手印
but this is also the true Arya Avalokitesvara mudra.
，number one 啊，number one 的手印。
This is the number one mudra.
第二个
The second main point
就是他的咒语，
is the mantra,
观音菩萨的咒语，Om Mani Padme
Avalokitesvara's mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum.
不止，咕噜呀，
Datsa Butsa Kuluya Soha. Kuluya Soha.
Om Mani Padme Hum，大扎不止，咕噜呀，说哈。等一下
Later,
会有这个，好像是说会把咒音播出来。
they will play the mantra music,
这个咒语，圣
and this mantra,
天下第一富豪，
the Arya Avalokitesvara's mantra of the number one wealthiest person, is
扎不者，咕噜呀，说哈。达扎不者，咕噜呀，说哈是什么意思？
what is the meaning of the second part of the mantra? Kuruya
就是 number one。
means number one.
达扎不者，
Datsa Butsa,
所有的资粮，
means
之前大资粮，
all resources, all great resources,
具足， 沙不准
one is replete with all the greatest resources,
2个字，
the greatest wealth.
圆满这个愿望，圆满这个
So the second part means that may this wish be fulfilled,
正观音，
be perfectly fulfilled.
大
So
良具足， 第一名的圆满你的愿望，
your wish will be fulfilled,
就你的意思，
and you will be replete with great
大扎
resources and wealth.
样所好。这是第2个要诀
This is the second key point.
啊！
You have to recite,
不管你念多少遍，
no matter how many times you recite the mantra,
只要跟圣
as long as you
啊，你只要相信
cultivate this practice and attain spiritual response with
这一辈子
yogic union with
你
Arya Avalokitesvara, then in this lifetime you would prosper. How would you prosper? You would have you have money to spend, and you can spend it in any way you like,
回事。你讲明明
and you would not run out of money.
什么钱从哪里来？
So where does this money come from?
万沙浪唱风从哪里来？
Well, in the past there was a song, "Where does the wind come from?"
钱从哪里来？
Who sing, "Where does the money come from?"
我告诉你呀、
Let me tell you,
中台湾大威力彩的，
the person who won the Taiwanese Great Lottery
现在就在这里，
is here present in our midst,
但是不能讲出
but
来，
I can't disclose it.
讲出来啊，他的儿女也
If I reveal it, then his or her son and daughter would know.
威力彩，
This person really won the lottery.
中美国大乐透的，
And the one who won the U.S. lottery, we know Lotus Somai.
中威力彩的30亿台币的，
Somebody won the lottery 30亿
没有来，
333 billion.
3 billion Taiwanese dollars.
有几个人是
There are also a few other
见
people
中彩
who won the lottery.
我们中美国大乐透的地址也有，
We have people in the U.S. who won the lottery,
彩的
people in Taiwan who won the lottery,
新加坡的彩券的，
people in Singapore who
新
won
加坡的彩券，今
the
天
sweepstakes or lottery,
中新加坡彩券的有，
who's also here today,
崔利亚
those who won
的中奖的也有来
the，lottery in Australia is also here today.
和崔利亚的今天的也有来，新加坡的有来，
The one from Australia, the one from Singapore, the one from the Malaysia,
泰国的有来，
from Thailand,
这个台湾的威
from Taiwan,
都在你们人群当中。
those who won the lottery in the countries I just mentioned are all present today.
这个为什么我知道？因为这个
How do I know?
他这个 Australia 的地址
Because the Australian disciple,
讲，我不讲
I will not reveal his or her name.
他跟我讲，
This person told me
我一进这个厨房的时候，
the moment I stepped into the kitchen,
拿一叠钱给我，
the person gave me a stack of.
是的，怎么这么多钱？他怎么会给我这么多？
Then I was like shocked. Why is this person giving me so much?
我的吗？
Does this person owe me money?
他没有欠我。
He or she doesn't owe me. So why is it such a big
到
stack?
最后他跟我讲，
Then in the end, he or she told me that
他中奖。
this person had won the lottery. This person is from Australia.
还有一个
There's also somebody else who came for a spiritual consultation and told me that he or she had won.
所以他买机票过来。
So this person was able to buy an air
这
ticket.
个法会的时候，他中奖。他
And when we were
马来西亚都是
carrying out a homo ceremony,
过来
they won the lottery and they came over
大包，
and they
然后现在袋子很重，
gave me huge stack, so my bag is really heavy right now.
你如果修了这个法，
If you practice this Dharma,
钱从哪里来？
where does the money come from?
从哪讲来？
It can come from winning the lottery.
神法，
What kind of
财神法
wealth deity practices do we have? We have the white Jambala practice.
另外红财神法有
We have the red Jambala
天女沟通
practice. We have the red Manohara Vasudhara practice.
有谁知道那个应知节？
Who's familiar with Dharma Sister Ying?
他现在还中奖吗？
Does she still win the lottery now?
持续在中。他是用勾财天女勾勾勾，
She uses the hook
把
of
财勾下来。
red Manohara Vasudhara.
他修勾财天女的时候，
She says that
是在我们德聚同修会
Master Hui Chun
时候，
conducted a ceremony at our cultivation venue and interviewed this Dharma Sister Ying, and she was also chanting the red Manohara Vasudhara mantra.
感觉上是非常有力量的。
And then when she was chanting the mantra, there was the feeling of great power.
常常中奖的机会。
And not just her, there were also other disciples who also often won the lottery.
不用上班的哦，
Let me tell you, she doesn't need to work.
他连续中
She
奖到现在。
won the lottery consecutively, continuously, from the time of the red Manohara Vasudhara Dharma ceremony. How many years has it been?
10多年了，
10 over years. From the very first time that Grandmaster transmitted the red Manohara Vasudhara Dharma, it's been 10 years.
OK， 好，请坐。
Okay, please sit down.
用勾财天
Using the hook of
把钱
red Manohara Vasudhara, she hooks money,
连每
and
每
she has been doing this for 10 years,
中奖，
and she wins every year, every single year.
另外哦，瑶池金母
In addition,
有钱法，
Gautama's instant wealth practice,
把手卖，
there's Lotus Somai
就瑶
who
马上
practice the instant wealth practice
中奖，而且
and instantly
前一天晚上
won the lottery.
看到很多的
The night before he won the lottery, he saw a lot of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and even Grandmaster manifesting to him and telling him, you will win the lottery.
然后他就是花了一点点小钱，
And then he spent a little bit of money. He bought like a lottery ticket, and then he really won the lottery.
先睡觉，
He or she.
然后 太太说，
And
既然梦到师尊说我会中奖，就对
the
看
wife
电视
dreamed
这个大乐透奖，
that
终于看到
they would win the lottery.
他高兴，
So
先生讲说中奖，
she looked at the television to check the numbers, and when they realized it matched, they danced the whole night
美国的
and were not able to sleep. They won
特彩第一奖，
the number one special prize of
30
the lottery.
币的
And then
大乐透，
the Taiwan lottery,
大乐透，我们中国东地，
$3 billion Taiwanese dollars
还有一个歌星，
jackpot.
一个歌星，
There's also a singer, celebrity.
当然他也不方便讲，
It's also not convenient to reveal or disclose
中30
the celebrity's name who won the lottery.
中大乐透的，
There's also someone who won,
目前就在这里。
who's also here and present here today.
目前就在这里。
with us right now
中大那个威力彩，中威力彩，
won the lottery.
在这里只有师母跟我知道，
Only Shimu and I know.
别人都不知道，
Other people do not know.
还有他自己知道。
And the person who won knows.
我们中奖的真的是很多哎，数也
There are really many, many people who won the lottery. Countless.
钱从哪里来？
Where does the money come from? If you practice this Dharma,
观世音菩萨
Arya Avalokitesvara,
天下第一富豪法，
Arya Avalokitesvara's #1 wealthiest person in the world,
人间赚
you would receive
都会有。
the celestial wealth of the heavens as well as the fleeting wealth in the human realm.
一个是咒语，一个是手印，
So now you have received the pith instructions, mantra, mudra,
贡品
and now finally offerings.
不是平常的东西，
The offerings that you make are not ordinary offerings, not your common offerings.
三盘很特别的，
You have to make 3 kinds of very special offerings. The first plate
五宝
is 5 gems, 5 types of gems.
这一盘就是五宝，
This plate contains the 5 gems. There's
1公斤的黄金
1 kg of gold,
，1 kilo，
1 kilogram of gold,
1 kilo golden 1公斤的黄金这是真的
This is real gold.
起来都很重
It feels heavy when I raise it.
周期
Hold it up.
都有点发抖
Here, my hand is shaking when I hold it up.
这6万块钱美金。
It's 60,000 USD.
在涨价的时候7万
When gold prices were on the rise, it was 70,000 USD.
1公斤的黄金人家拿不出来。等一下再跟大家讲
I'll tell more later. I'll speak more about this later.
银、
Silver.
金、
So you need gold, silver,
珠
pearl,
还有宝石、
and gemstones.
金银、珍珠、宝石、
Pearl, gemstones,
水晶
crystal.
宝石、水晶，这是五宝。
These are the 5 kinds of treasures.
种宝物。这5种，当然你说要你供这1 kilo 的
Of course, when we ask you to make such offerings, 1 kilogram of gold, people
佛，
would not be able to afford or be able to do this. You can offer gold foil,
贡品你像你供这个1公斤的黄金
1 kg of gold.
晚上也要收起来。
You would have to lock it up at night.
人家到你坛城，
Otherwise, if people go to visit your shrine, they would take it away.
等一下要收好，不然等一下被摸走。
So we need to keep this properly, or it will be taken away.
这是五宝，第一个要供五宝。
This is a plate of the 5 treasures.
第二个
The first type of offering.
五色绸丝，
The second kind of offering is 5 colored silk cloth.
5种颜色的绸丝布，
5 colors.
绸也可以是
Silk cloth of 5 different colors.
最贵的布，
The most expensive cloth
绸丝布，把它叠成这样子，
you can fold and stack it
叫
up.
贡品。
And
第二盘，
this is the second plate of offerings that you have to
第三
prepare.
盘要供五谷，
The third is you have to offer 5 types of grain. Does everyone know what the 5 types of grains are?
这是 米、
There's rice,
麦、
barley,
这个
哦
豆子、
wheat, beans,
大麦、小麦、豆子、芝麻
bean sesame,
跟米，
and rice,
还有豆，
and
这
beans.
是五谷。五谷
So these are 5 types of grain.
五种食物。这3样不一样。好，
These 3 plates of offerings are different.
要供五宝。
So you need to offer the 5 treasures, the 5 colored
五谷
silk cloth, 5 types of grain,
法，重点呢在回向，看你怎么回向。
and the key point is on the dedication.
供的时候啊，
When making the
观
offering,
想这个五宝无穷无尽，
you have to visualize the 5 types of treasures
金银财
multiplying to fill up the entire empty space, and so much that
回
it
向
cannot
要念
be
金银
exhausted.
用不尽，
You're not able to use so much,
五谷杂粮吃不完。
or eat so much 5 types of grain.
这个美丽的五彩五丝布穿不尽。
And you will not be able to finish wearing all the 5 types of cloth.
要护好是什么？
So if you're not able to use up, exhaust all those gems, then if this is not the number 1 wealthiest person in the world, then what is?
你金银财宝还用不完。
So if you hit the gold mine,
你吃不完
you，will not be able to exhaust your supply of gold,
穿
silver. So you can't finish using
是给的，
all those resources. You can't finish eating, using, and
还有你的金钱、
spend.
金银财
You can't finish spending all that you have.
用不
You will have so much that it cannot be exhausted.
这已经包含了全部。你在人生当中，你这个金银财宝用不完，
You have gold and silver and gems that you cannot finish using, clothes that you're not able to finish wearing, food that you will not run out of. So if this is not the number 1 wealthiest person, then what is?
所以供品这
So these 3 types of offering items
就跟所有的通通不一样。
is completely different from everything else. The usual 5 types of offerings would be flowers, incense,
物色
light,
跟五谷
tea, fruit.
这3样供品是不一样，回向不一样。你修
The dedication is also different.
天下
After you finish the cultivation of
你们怎么样子去做回向？走出最
how do you make the dedication?
金银财宝用不完，不吃不完，
As the main point is that
衣服穿不尽，
you're not able to exhaust your supply of resources, gold, silver, etc., and you're not able to finish your supply of clothing. You're not able to finish eating, like using up
一大
all your supply of food. You have lots of houses, properties.
此生不成就，
So if
来生一定成就。
you're not able to become accomplished during this lifetime, then you would definitely become accomplished in the coming lifetime, in the next lifetime.
这3个口诀很
So these are the 3
手印、
3 keys:
供品、回向，
mantra, mudra,
就是要回向
and also
供品。
the offering items.
这个重点我跟大家讲了啊，一个咒语，一个手印，
One mantra, one mudra,
这是供品，
and the last is the offerings.
跟其他的 所有本尊的修法完全是一模一样。
The Dharma practice is actually the same, completely the same as the Dharma practices of other
这单这个
deities, Yidam deities.
你就等于在
So
观音本尊法。
when you practice the Arya Avalokitesvara practice, it's equivalent to practicing the Dharma of Avalokitesvara. The difference is the mantra, the difference is the mudra, and also
有三样，
the offerings. There are three kinds that are different.
另外
So these are the keys.
相不一样。
And also there is the content, which is different.
天下第一富豪，你就是成佛了。
When one becomes the number one wealthiest person, one also becomes a Buddha.
成就人间第一富豪，
Becoming the number one
叶子啊，
wealthiest person in the world, you can kick
真的，
someone else aside.
踢到一边去
You。can kick Bill Gates out of the way.
那些上面那电动车的，那踢到一边去了，
Like the
整个地球就是你的啦。
founder of the electric vehicle, or the whole planet is yours. Not just the planet, the earth, the whole universe will belong to you.
你这个修这个法成就了，
When you become accomplished in this spiritual practice, then you become
宇宙都是你的。
Buddha and the whole universe becomes yours.
等
Isn't that equivalent to the whole universe belonging to you? So later, when you're receiving the empowerment, form this mudra,
觉得天下第一，
form this number
天下财神，
one in the world mudra, which can command all the wealth deities
所有的财神都来
in the world to come and help you.
财，
If you don't become wealthy, then
才怪呢。这来参加的啊、不要老是哭丧着脸跟我讲没有钱。
don't always keep coming to me with a very sorrowful voice that face that you have no money. Cultivate this practice of Arya Avalokitesvara, the number one wealthiest person practice.
真是不发，
If you don't prosper in this lifetime,
下一世一定发。
then you become wealthy in the next lifetime. You will definitely become wealthy in the next lifetime.
没有来参加，
If you did not come to attend this
我不能讲说
Dharma ceremony,
乞丐，
I cannot say that you'll become a beggar.
只要你报了名了，
As long as you have registered for the ceremony and
都有问
attend, you will be part of this. You'll be able to receive the blessing.
口音也不同，
The mantra, the mudra is different. The offerings are different.
这个咒语也不同。
The mantra is different.
拉不准，咕噜亚，说好。Om Mani Padme Hum，就是圣。
Om Mani Padme Hum. This is Arya Avalokitesvara.
今天笑话都没有讲，
I have not said any jokes today.
不过今天讲的这个不是笑话，不能讲笑话，
What I've said today is not a joke.
真话。
This is the truth. I'm speaking honest, true words.
明天可以讲笑话，
Tomorrow I can crack jokes.
也很重要。明天的
Tomorrow's Homa is also very important. Let me tell you,
金钱、金
humans have wealth
下地
and gold and silver,
配有
but you also need to match it with a healthy body.
明天的大放法王金刚啊，可以帮助人家的身体跟
Tamaho Tara Heruka Homa tomorrow, it can help us to
跟你成为
eradicate
第一富豪，但是
our
不行，
illnesses.
那天下第一户，
If you have the greatest wealth but you don't have a healthy body, then what use is the wealth?
天下第一户好，必须要有
So being the number one wealthiest person in the world
还用不尽
needs to be matched with having
精细细，
a healthy body.
这真的是天下第一户。
This is really number one.
这个7万，
This is 70,000 USD.
这个
This is
这个100万呢，
1 million USD.
100万呐，不是印尼盾呐，
It's not Indonesian rupiah.
不是台币呀，
It's not Taiwanese dollars.
是 United States 的 American 的 money。
It's United States dollars.
1 million，
1 million US dollars. It's true. Not kidding.
真的是100万的，单单这一
1 million. Just this piece in the center, all the red
真的是
gemstones.
当初他送给我的时候啊，
In the beginning, when this person, this disciple gave it to me, offered,
我以为是台币100万，
he said, $1 million. I thought it was Taiwanese dollars, and then it turned out to be US dollars. Who was present that day who can be a witness or give a testimonial? Please stand up and say,
哦，是100万美金。
was it really 1 million US dollars? Yes.
100万美金
Who said 1 million USD?
送的人，
The one who gave. Yes, yes.
把他名字讲出来， 不可以的。
Announce the name? No, we cannot disclose the person's name. It's really 1 million US dollars. A lot of people were around, standing around,
生出来啊，
and their jaws dropped open, and they were not able to
我拿这一块回来，
shut their jaws.
收好一点。
So I have to keep it properly at night.
告诉你修这个法，今天你们等一下马上就要
So later on, everyone would have to receive. Later on, everyone would be receiving the empowerment for this dharma. So what's important is
修圣观
the mantra, mudra, and the offerings.
富豪法，
So
得到的天上地
you would receive
你就成佛成
the greatest wealth in heaven,
天第一富豪，
and also become the wealthiest person in the human realm.
我世界是第一有钱的人。我们这里都是全部都是富豪，
So everyone here would be a wealthy person.
这样子今天到这里有 get up 不？
So so those who made it here today, it's worth the trip. It's totally worth it.
会当选总统啊啦！
Grandmaster speaking Taiwanese sound like presidential.
现在还有台湾的富豪的，
You can run for presidency.
他还来祝贺。
So the candidates also send their congratulatory messages,
祝贺我们这个法会能够成功。 台湾的富豪，
congratulating and wishing that the grand ceremony will be a success.
也是排名在世界
So
富豪的
this person is also one of the wealthiest people
全世界也是算第几的歌台名啊。
Ge Taiming is also,
我们这个法会能够成功嘛？
he also sent his congratulatory message. That's why
也是世界有名。
I asked, how come we didn't state what this person, Guo Taiming, said
法会成功，他来祝贺这个
when he sends us his congratulatory message? Then we would
第一富豪，你知道吗？
we should definitely
这个没有报这个才是第一富豪，对不对？
report what he said because all the others are not the number one wealthiest people.
将来啊，每一个人啊，至少
So in the future, at the very least, all of us would be like Taimi, would be as rich as him, and also be able to cultivate, and also become accomplished in Buddha Dharma, and also become,
所有的众生。
and also be able to give to sentient beings.
我还没有讲笑话哎，
I've not spoken any jokes.
不能讲笑话。
No, I cannot say any jokes. Today what I'm saying is all true words. Okay.
当然是不共华啊，
It's an uncommon practice
我没有看过所有密教的人在传。
because I've never seen anybody else in esoteric Buddhism transmitting such a practice of the number one wealthiest person. So it's an uncommon practice belonging only to true Buddhist school.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.